Emmerdale's Robert Sugden returns with hardtack, shocks, and one epic mistake. It was the comeback fans didn't see coming, but one that had everyone talking. Robert Sugden is back in Emmerdale, and wow, what a return. After 6 long years away, Robert made his explosive entrance by crashing a wedding, the exact wedding of his ex-husband Aaron Dingle, no less. And to make matters even more complicated, Aaron wasn't just marrying anyone. He was about to say "I do" to Robert's own half-brother, John Sugden. Yes, you read that right. If your jaw hit the floor, you're not alone. Fans were cheering, gasping, and crying as emotions ran high, and Robert burst in during one of the most dramatic weddings the village has ever seen. The Robert and Aaron reunion we didn't know we needed. Let's rewind. It's been years since we last saw Robert. He was sent to prison after being convicted of killing Lee Posner, but now he's back, and not just to say hello. Robert explained he won an appeal, arguing that Lee's violent confrontation with his own brother, Luke, could have also contributed to his death. It was clear Robert wasn't just there to make amends. He still had feelings for Aaron. And once the dust settled from the initial shock, it became obvious those feelings were mutual. That raw, magnetic energy between them, still very much alive. It didn't take long for the pair to share a secret emotional kiss that reignited years of love, heartbreak, and what-ifs. But as always in Emmerdale, things are never simple. Torn between two loves. After the kiss, Robert confronted John, and the tension between the half-brothers was palpable. Years of resentment and jealousy spilled over in a fiery confrontation, and Robert didn't hold back. He gave Aaron an ultimatum: choose me or choose John. In classic Robert fashion, it was dramatic, passionate, and a little reckless, but it came from a place of desperation. After years behind bars, Robert returned to a world that had moved on without him. All he wanted was a second chance with the man he's always loved. Aaron, however, had a different perspective. In a gut-wrenching moment, he told Robert that their kiss was a mistake. He was choosing John. The wedding was still on. Heartbreaking doesn't even begin to describe it. John and Aaron's wedding, and the fallout. After telling Robert it was over, Aaron rushed back to the venue. John, believing he'd been left at the altar, was moments away from calling the whole thing off. But just as hope started to fade, Aaron walked in, and the ceremony finally went ahead. Despite John's haunting premonitions that the wedding might spiral into chaos, the two tied the knot without a hitch. It should have been a joyful, triumphant moment, and for Aaron and John, maybe it was. But for Robert, it was a devastating blow. And it was about to get worse. One misstep and he's back behind bars. In his bold attempt to stop the wedding, Robert had skipped a crucial probation meeting, his very first one. That's a big no-no for someone newly released from prison, and unfortunately someone noticed. Robert was reported by a so-called concerned citizen. Of course, he suspects it was John who tipped off the authorities. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen, but the damage was done. By the end of the episode, Robert was in handcuffs again. Later, he made a heartbreaking call to his sister Victoria, letting her know that he's heading back to prison, at least for now. But if you've been watching Emmerdale long enough, you know this won't be the last we see of Robert Sugden. His story is far from over. A honeymoon, with a dark twist. While Robert was being carted away in a police van, Aaron and John were busy packing for their honeymoon, but Emmerdale doesn't let anyone off the hook for long. As the newlyweds began this new chapter, the show teased a sinister twist, something lurking beneath the surface that could send shockwaves through the village. What exactly it is remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure: the honeymoon phase won't last forever. Love, loyalty, and the chaos in between. Let's be honest. The Robran reunion gave fans everything. Hope, nostalgia, heartbreak, even a sliver of that old spark. Seeing Robert and Aaron together again, even if just for a moment, reminded everyone of the roller coaster ride they shared over the years. But this time the stakes are higher. Robert's freedom is hanging by a thread. Aaron's loyalty is divided, and John, he might not be as innocent as he seems. Whether you're Team Robert, Team John, or simply Team Aaron's happiness, one thing is clear. Emmerdale knows how to deliver emotionally loaded drama that keeps us glued to our screens. So what happens next? Will Robert fight to win Aaron back again? Will Aaron regret marrying John? And what exactly is the dark twist looming over the newlyweds' future? You won't want to miss a second. Catch tonight's episode at 7:30 p.m. on ITV or stream it now on ITVX. Because in Emmerdale, love is never simple, heartbreak is always just around the corner, and Robert Sugden, he's not going down without a fight.